Good evening. I'm Samael, and welcome to my den. Extraterrestrials. Have you ever experienced something so unexplainable, so otherworldly, that it left you questioning reality itself? Most people haven't. This submission shares her encounters with both ghostly presences and interdimensional beings. Experiences that defy logic and challenge what we think we know about the world around us. Tia Eubanks. These are her experiences.
I always believed in ghosts. When I was just 2 years old, I told my mom that a witch was scratching my back. The next morning, I saw a picture on my grandmother's mantle that terrified me. I pointed and said, "Mommy, that's the witch." She looked at me and said, "No, that's my grandma." But from that moment on, I would speak to this witch every night. From ages 2 to 6, I was extremely psychic. When I was 6, my mom and I were driving like we always did after dinner to get my dad lottery tickets. That night, he also asked us to grab some ice cream. We went to the corner store, got what he asked for, and got back in the car. As we were driving home, my mom suddenly said, "Oh look, it's a blimp," and pulled over. The next thing I remember was a bright white light. Somehow, my mom was outside the car, and above us was a massive aircraft hovering. I jumped out and started screaming for her. Then, just like that, she was back inside. Suddenly, the car engine and radio started malfunctioning. The radio skipped between stations, and my mom struggled to get the car started. When the white light disappeared, she was in a trance, gripping the steering wheel, and said, "They were here for you, not me." I felt like I understood what she meant, even if I didn't know why. When we finally got home, only 2 minutes from the store, my dad was furious. "Where have you been? It's been 3 hours." The ice cream had melted, but to us, it felt like no more than 7 or 8 minutes. We had lost time. Strange things like that continued happening throughout my life. At 16, I had a mirrored closet in my room where I do my makeup. One day, I saw something sitting on my floor, but only in my mirror. He was wearing a black hoodie, khaki shorts, and black shoes. I turned around. Nothing. Looked back in the mirror. There he was. I double-taked a few times, then bolted from the room. I couldn't make any sense of it. Later that year, I was in a car accident. A group of kids who had just robbed a bank crashed into me. Suddenly, a Lamborghini pulled up, and a man and a woman helped pull me from the wreck. I remember hearing them say, "She's lucky to have her legs." I don't know how I got out of the car, but they moved me to the sidewalk. They were the most beautiful people I'd ever seen. I asked them to stay, but they said, "No, we have to go." As I turned to thank them, they were gone. No engine, no sound, just vanished. When the ambulance arrived, they asked how I got out. I told them a man and a woman helped me, and they were stunned. "There's no way you got out of this car. We would have needed jaws of life, and even then, your legs would have been crushed." I have pictures of the wreck. There's no logical way I could have gotten out. Later, I found out I have a very rare blood type. B negative, and Rh null. My doctor was surprised and even said, "It's an honor to care for someone with this type." I've read there's a connection between rare blood types and abductions. For years, I turned off my psychic abilities. Nothing really happened until I was 37. One day, I was sitting in my room when these enormous, beautiful blue eyes appeared in front of me. We made eye contact for about 30 seconds before they disappeared. A few weeks later, I saw a tall, white alien in my kitchen, almost glowing neon white. He had long nails, sharp teeth, and what looked like quartz crystals growing out of his head. He gave off a kind of royalty vibe, maybe even had feathers or something hanging off of him. But then, in a flash of white light, he turned into a beam and shot through my ceiling. A few days later, I saw the same guy I saw in my mirror at 16, but this time, through a picture frame in my living room. I stared, walked away, and thought nothing of it until overwhelming exhaustion hit me a few days later. I fell asleep suddenly and woke up to the same man. He had long, curly, dark hair, a beard, a zipped-up black hoodie, khaki shorts, white socks, and black Keds-like shoes. He pulled tape off my eyes. I was in shock. Above me was a hovering machine that looked like a mechanical arm from Spider-Man, glowing neon blue in the center. He had a metallic toolbox, pressed a button, and opened a portal in my room. The energy from the portal bent a picture on my wall. I tried to speak, but started coughing uncontrollably. The portal was gray, smoky, with purple lightning inside. He stepped in backwards, like he didn't want me to follow, and vanished. I was so freaked out. I saw a psychologist. They diagnosed me with parasomnia, but I was awake during most of these experiences. That man, the one in the mirror, the picture frame, my dream, he was always the same. I don't know what is going on, but I'm convinced there's a realm we can't see, but they can see us. I can only share my experiences, and it's been one wild journey. There are other things I'm too afraid to even talk about yet, but maybe my story can help someone like me. Life is a perception.
What are your thoughts on her story? Have you ever had an experience with extraterrestrials? Comment them down below, and if you have a story you'd like me to narrate, DM me. Let's talk. Follow me on all socials, the link is in my bio. I'm Samaya, and thank you for watching.